Welcome to Signal 360 Degrees News. One world, one signal. Full coverage of every news.
A major aviation incident unfolded at New York's LaGuardia airport late Sunday night after an Air Canada regional jet collided with an emergency vehicle on the runway, triggering a full airport shutdown and multiple injuries. Collision on the runway. According to reports, the aircraft, identified as Air Canada Flight 8646 and operated by regional carrier Jazz Aviation, had just arrived from Montreal when it struck a vehicle on the runway shortly before midnight. The plane involved was a Bombardier CRJ-900, a regional jet typically carrying around 70 to 76 passengers. At the time of the incident, the flight had 72 passengers and 4 crew members on board. The vehicle it collided with was a Port Authority fire or rescue truck that had been responding to a separate emergency on the airfield. Air traffic control audio captured the tense moments leading up to the crash, including urgent instructions for the vehicle to stop before the collision occurred. Injuries and damage. Early reports indicate that several people were injured in the crash. The aircraft sustained significant damage to its nose and cockpit area, with images showing the front section crumpled and tilted upward. Among those reportedly injured were members of the flight crew and personnel inside the emergency vehicle. Some injuries were described as serious, though authorities have not yet released a full official breakdown. Emergency responders quickly surrounded the aircraft, and passengers were attended to on the runway. Airport shutdown and travel disruptions. Following the collision, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, issued an immediate ground stop, halting all incoming and outgoing flights at LaGuardia Airport. The shutdown caused widespread disruption. Flights were diverted to nearby airports or returned to their origin. Departures were delayed or cancelled. Travelers were advised to expect significant delays. Authorities warned that the closure could last for several hours as emergency crews secured the scene and investigators began their work. Investigation underway. The incident is now under investigation by federal aviation authorities, including the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB). Investigators are expected to examine air traffic control communications runway clearance procedures, the role of weather conditions, as fog and light rain were reported earlier. At this stage, officials have not determined the exact cause of the collision. A developing story. The crash marks a serious safety incident at one of the United States' busiest airports. While no fatalities have been confirmed, the extent of injuries and operational impact continues to emerge. Authorities are expected to release more details as the investigation progresses, while airlines and passengers deal with the ripple effects of the sudden shutdown.